Welcome to a place where we celebrate indie art, indie culture, and the people that color our world with their gifts. My name is Qamil. I'm your host, and this is the Soul Dope Show. Welcome to another Soul Dope Show. I'm your host, Qamil, and today I am here with Louisville artist Goody Renee. Welcome to the Soul Dope Show. Hey, girl.
Hey, Camille.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling today? I know when people see this, it's going to be a little bit later. Well, it'll still be cold. So, yeah.
Well, to that point, I'm doing well, just trying to stay warm. It was snowing and sleeting and stuff earlier, so but I had a good day. I had a good day.
Good. So, we're going to jump right in. So, what I would like to do is have you just introduce yourself real quick to the people, let them know who you are and exactly what you do.
Absolutely. So my name is Goody Renee. I am from Louisville, Kentucky. I am an, I guess, overall artist. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm also a playwright, and I'm starting to dib and dabble in screenwriting. So, um, artistically, that's, I kind of try to give myself like an overall. I try to dib and dabble in a little bit of everything. Um, I am an actress, a trained actress. So I went to school in New York, also did an internship there. Yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Okay. Well, I think I read a little bit. I was on your website and it was talking about how you were writing video treatments. Is that something that you still do?
I haven't done that in a while, but that is kind of how I got my foot in entertainment. I That was the first for me real job where I made money from what I love to do. And it was the first job that made me see like the work that goes behind the scenes of what it takes to put on a full like production, especially video production. But I haven't written a video treatment in a long time.
Video treatments are so much more than people think they are. Like they think would just be like, yeah, I want to kiss a dude in the rain, and that's not that. Like,
It's not.
generally, sure, but man, is it a tedious thing to really time out, like tell a
It
story
really
second
is.
per
Yeah.
second. And
Yeah,
you
it's very specific.
yes, it is. It's way more than people think. And then to even get that into production, because then you have to start putting the stuff together and what I want this light to look like and the
Yeah,
whole
with the treatment, even small stuff like the camera pans out, like all of those like little specific things are in the treatment, and it's really like the script for the director and the artist and the DP to all follow. So no, you like just the consumers don't really know what goes behind the scenes with all of that.
not at all. Now, doing the video treatments, did you find that that helped you when you are doing playwriting?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I know we were talking a little bit before. It's kind of like how you said being an artist, but then also creating a platform for artists. So I honestly would encourage anyone to do like behind the scene work as well. Because it really, when you are on camera, when you are putting forth your own project, you know what that looks like in like the full circle.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
I like doing behind the scenes stuff because you don't have to do hair and makeup.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
that stuff because it's a lot and the lights are hot and it's just if you're being
yeah,
directed, it's a lot. So it is very cool to be on the other side of that, giving the direction and helping people bring their vision of what
yeah,
they had to like. Because on the artist side, when you find someone who you can tell, okay, this is what I see, and then it gets in the hands of someone like you, and then they're like, oh my God, like that is what was in my head. So
yeah,
yeah, this is a great experience to be able to pull that out of artists and to be able to create in a different way like
yeah,
that.
yes.
Sweet. So we'll go to the beginning as far as you, I mean, R&B. How did that begin? Where did that begin?
Oh my goodness. So I think I started recording over 10 years ago. So I don't even know how this started. Gee, no, honestly, like
Totally.
I'm really trying to think where the spark for songwriting and recording came from.
Well, did
All
you
I
write
know,
as a kid? Like, did you write stories and stuff like that when you were little?
I did. So I've always journaled. So that's probably where that stems from. I've always been very like in tune with my emotions, even at like a very, very young age. So I absolutely have always journaled, probably starting since probably even like elementary school. Like it's so funny that you say that. So me and my friends in like elementary and middle school, we had a group journal that we would pass around and write to each other and just put our thoughts in and we would read it. So yeah, I've been writing for a very long time.
I
Somewhere,
recognize.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying I could recognize that in your story. Like I had a feeling like she probably wrote when she was little, which somehow you start singing the stuff that you're writing and
You're
ta-da.
probably right. Yeah. Somewhere along the line, I got interested in recording music and I told my mom and my mom told my uncle and he actually funded like my first studio.
Wow.
So I had like the big Mac like monitor and I would like carry it around with me. Like I would and
Makes me so happy.
I would pack up my stuff and like I would go to like my friends' apartments and record. We would get hotel rooms and record. Like I really had like a traveling studio and that's kind of how all that got started.
How long ago was that? How long have you been like, okay, I am an R&B artist?
I would say probably 12 years
Yeah. And it goes fast, doesn't it?
and it goes by fast.
Let's talk about your music and like your style as an artist. How would you describe your style as an artist?
I would say I'm R&B. I also rap, but I'm not gonna say like I don't know. I
You a
don't know.
female out here?
Like I am, but I don't know. Rap right now, especially female rap, it's very like I guess what is in the mainstream, let me say. I
Mhm.
don't know. I wouldn't say like, oh, I don't know, maybe like a Nicki Minaj. More like, you know how like you'll listen to a Monica song and she'll bust out in a flow.
Yeah.
I would say I'm more like that, or even more like a Lauryn Hill. Like
Okay.
I like that type of like soulful like hip hop vibe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes
Yeah,
it just really adds to like to a song. People
exactly.
don't be really expecting it. So that makes total sense to me. And what makes you unique in a world that is inundated with artists? What makes you
And
different? What makes Goody Renee different?
you know what's so funny? A lot of people like if you know me, they are like, "Oh, you're Erica Badu or India Ari," and I think like my vibe kind of gives off that. But when you listen to my music, I am more of like I feel like my songs come out more because I don't know. I feel like India Ari, Erica Badu are more of that that like
Earthy, like
yeah,
a
like I think like me, like my personality is very earthy, but when my songs come out, they end up being a little ratchet,
little
a
more
little
sultry.
yeah,
I listen.
yeah. Like I'm singing and stuff, but I curse on here.
Huh? Yes. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I just want to make sure like I'm singing, but I'm
Really?
like, fuck you, nigga. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, oh, like you just never know. So I don't know. I try to be like very honest in my music. And I think that's why sometimes it comes out in rap too, because I don't try to limit myself. I just
Yeah.
kind of let whatever's flowing flow through me and come out.
Let it flow. Let it flow. When do you feel you're most creative? Like some people that I've asked this question are like in the middle of the night or like early in the morning or when I'm going through something crazy or whatever. But for you, when do you feel most creative?
I feel most creative, I would say earlier in the day. Sometimes I get the spark at night, but yeah, I think my creativity comes out early during the daytime. And definitely when I'm going through something, that's a great way, a great outlet for me to be able to write down on paper what I'm feeling. Um, and
Mhm.
it's hard too, because like being an artist, you also have to couple that with like your day job because you got to keep the lights on, until you quote unquote make it. So it's frustrating sometimes when I'm at work and all I want to do is be, writing or recording.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a gotta juggle both of those.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in that same vein, since we're coming hopefully out of this pandemic and we've all tried to manage that, like keeping the bills paid because we couldn't all do shows like we could have did shows before. What was your experience during the pandemic, like as far as your career, your artistry, how you were feeling, like things that changed, anything you want to share?
Yeah, the pandemic was tough for me, like it was for a lot of people. I I felt very like sheltered and I don't know, just kind of stuck in a bubble. Like for a while, I was scared to go out. This was like at the beginning where no one really knew what it was, and my job had sent all of us home, to work from home. And uh, at that time, I worked for a financial institution, and that was unheard of to be able to take, those type of like equipment with those with all of that information on there. So it scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, my job is sending me home. During the pandemic, I kind of just honestly shut down a little bit because I don't know, I was maybe depressed, I was scared. My mom ended up getting COVID and being hospitalized. So I was going through so much during that time, and I think I shut down. So, yeah.
Think that's a common experience. A lot of artists just was like, I'm just done because I can't even figure out how to come back. And then a lot of us were like, all right, well, maybe this is just a moment that I need to just be still for a minute. Uh,
Yeah.
and then, but I'm glad that I'm starting to see, I don't know about there and what you guys is like, music scene is like, but here at least is people are starting to do more things. Get back, like getting back to the music. So I'm glad to see it, even and doing things like this where we're just talking to each other and being like, whoo, that was
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, what we
Yeah.
about to do now?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think people are starting to deal with COVID. It hasn't like gone away. New strains are coming out, but I think the world is getting used to like instead of just shutting everything down, learning how to cope with it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you stage or studio?
Stage or studio? Studio me.
Okay. Studio. All right, all right, all right. So you prefer to be in the creative
Yeah.
space.
That's
Good.
where I'm most comfortable for sure.
Yeah. Have you done any shows this year or any coming up?
Not this year. So last year I actually was in a this was theater, so I was actually in a play, so not singing, but one there was a professor at the University of Louisville who's working on play development. And so I worked on a project with them last year, and we did a couple of readings on the riverboat here,
No.
which that was really good. That was actually my first time being out like on stage or performing since the pandemic. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just now, I guess, really getting out of my shell, but I'm excited for, what's to come, whatever that's gonna look like.
Mm. Yeah. So I went and I listened to some of the music that you had up. That's why I know where you were trying to say when you're like, you would see me and think this, but then turn it on and I'm like, fuck this bitch. So, going forward or next, like what's next for you creatively? You're gonna be doing more playwriting, you got some music coming.
Yes, I have both. So I definitely have some music coming. I last year I also took a playwriting course online. And so I am developing a new play right now as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully within the next play development is even more like strenuous than songwriting because it takes so much. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, like productions companies want you to do like so many readings before they're thinking about actually putting on a full production. So I would love to have like this play out within the next couple of years. My music will be out
Mm-hmm.
before then. So the goal right now is for me to have an EP out this upcoming year, 2023.
Okay. I'm gonna check back in. How's that coming along? Because sometimes we need that. Okay, so your music, if I were introducing somebody to you and I'm like, I need you to listen to this girl, Goody Renee. She in Louisville, blah, blah, blah. What song should I play for them first?
Ooh. Wow. I would play Mirror Reflection. That
Okay.
is out now. You can go to any platform and type in Mirror Reflection, Goody Renee. I think that is a good song to start with.
Okay. Is that like one of your favorites of your songs?
It is one of my favorite songs that I've written. I would say that absolutely. During the pandemic, I wrote that. What I was going through. That's a song that's I think very like personal to me. Um, so yeah.
What do you think people enjoy the most about your music?
I think what people enjoy the most about my music is how real it is. Um, and I don't know, it's how relatable it is, and how vulnerable it is. I don't know, I think people can just relate to it and it invokes like a certain type of like emotion.
I like it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have this question that I love to ask everybody. If you were
Uh-oh.
to have a dinner party, you can invite five R&B artists, dead or alive,
Okay.
to talk about music, pick their brains, whatnot. Who's coming to your dinner party?
Oh my God. 5. Okay. So
You can take
I
a second to think about it.
I would have Aaliyah.
Okay.
I would have Boys to Men.
All of them. That's okay. That's fair.
All
I'll
of them.
allow
Can
it.
I count that as one?
I'll allow it.
I love you, some Boys to Men. Let me tell you.
I love
Uh,
it.
Aaliyah, Boys to Men. Gotta have. Can I say Destiny Child? Can I say
You're
all?
the first person to slide groups in, like, oh, like I'm gonna need like, okay, that's
I
like
need the whole group there. Like,
fine,
oh
you know,
yeah.
I'll allow it. Okay, it's your party. Who more? Dead or
I
alive?
I love, oh my gosh, growing up, I love Maya.
Yes.
Um, even like I love even to this day, like she still tours. She has that like niche that
Her new music is so good.
oh good. So like she's so good and so talented. And so I love just that longevity. So I would love to have her to have a conversation with her. I know I'm like gonna think about this later and be like, why didn't I say such and such? Um, and then I am going to throw in a um I'm gonna throw in a Brandy, and if she can't come, there's really so many. And honestly, not even she is not necessarily R&B, but she writes R&B.
Okay.
Missy Elliott. Oh my gosh, she's one of my top artists. I just
Yeah.
love her overall. She's just a overall creative to me. I love me
Yeah.
some Missy.
Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't love? How can you not be inspired by Missy? What she pulled off in the industry, like just creatively coming in out the box like this makes no sense when I'm watching, but I can't look away. And
Yep.
still, like,
Yep.
iconic, absolutely iconic. And I can just imagine the stories that she would have, the advice she would give. Just all the things. Yeah, that's a really, really good one. Okay. So when you're not in the studio, you're not at work, you're just chilling, having a good time, what do you do for fun?
I love to like spend time with my family. So yeah, if I'm not like chilling or well, if I'm not in the studio or writing or doing something creatively, I love spending time with my family. I love cooking. I love cooking. So I love to cook. I love to eat, so I like to go go out. What else? I I don't like necessarily going to a club, but I love like a nice chill like
Nice.
bar vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I like to go out to a bar. I love beer. Like beer is my
I
thing.
like beer. People be like, ew, you're a girl and you drink beer.
Yes,
Beer's so,
I do.
I mean, not all of it is good, but I do like me a good cold one.
Like a cold one, and I also love sports. So, Sunday football. So
You're a
you come to my
football
house
girl. You
Sunday,
have a favorite team?
the Bengals, who they
Of
go
course.
Bengals, yeah.
Okay, who they? Okay.
Yeah, I like NBA too. So I like basketball. My favorite player is LeBron. So yeah.
What are you listening to in the car? What's your jamming to these days?
Um, Sometimes I like to just have the radio on to see like um what's mainstream these days. So I know people are like, oh, the radio, but I think I don't know. Like to me, it's important to like kind of keep up with the times too. Not saying you have to like fully convert, but you have to be aware of what the industry is playing now.
Mhm.
Even if you are trying to like um bust in the door, like and have your own type of like creative vibe, it's like you kind of got to know how to play the game too. So I do listen to the radio just to see what people are listening to. Um Right. What did I listen to today? Oh, today I was in a studio session a couple days ago. So I was in the gym today listening to my own shit.
Yeah.
uh, but I don't know. I like artists that are out now, like Lil Baby, Lil Durk. I love me some Kanye. I love Kanye. He's definitely one of my go-tos. Yeah.
Okay. You're the first singer that gave me rappers.
Really?
I love
Ah.
it. People be, oh, I be listening to Brandy. I'm like, I know we listen to Brandy. Everybody listen to Brandy. What's something about you that would surprise people?
Um, Something about me that would surprise people. I, what my go-to answer always is, because nobody ever guessed this, is that I'm a preacher's kid. Nobody guesses that off top, like if you like met me or so yeah, I always say I'm a preacher's kid.
Oh, man, PK. I'm a preacher's granddaughter, which is close enough.
Oh, that is close enough.
It's close enough. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Movies or series, like Netflix series.
I hate to do it to you, but or if it is crime thriller, that is my shit. Like anything crime thriller, or even like okay, I'm gonna actually just go ahead and say probably series because I love true crime.
Okay.
So Dateline, and I feel so bad because it's like people actually have died.
I
And so
know.
yeah,
It's,
I hate
it's
that.
a thing though. Like there are so many memes and things like girls that like to fall asleep to true crime. Like, right on those ladies. Okay, okay. Favorite cereal.
Favorite cereal, Crunch Berries.
Hmm, okay. Do you like grits?
Love grits.
Okay, sugar or salt?
Usually when I make them, I do like salt and cheese, like cheese
Okay,
grits.
okay, okay, okay. Okay. Same. The age-old debate. Morning or evening?
I am not a morning person. Do not the first hour that I wake up. It is not me that you will be dealing with. I don't know who that is, but you will not
be different person before the coffee or whatever. Favorite day of the week.
Favorite day of the week. Ooh, probably a Sunday.
I'm a Sunday girl too.
Sunday girl.
Favorite snack, like something you'd be eating all the time or would eat all the time.
Ooh, girl, I love me some gummies.
I think somebody else said. I'm gonna have to rewatch all these shows.
Hey,
gummies
if you ever want to send me a care package, send me some gummies.
Send this girl some gummies. Favorite holiday.
I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. If I had to pick between the two, Christmas.
Christmas. Okay. Christmas is magical, you know. So the last thing we do, I do it on every show, is this thing called 30 seconds of joy. Okay. So I set a timer for 30 seconds. You think of something that makes you like crazy happy. Can literally be anything. I have heard everything. You know? It can be something deep, can be something silly. It doesn't matter. But something that makes you very, very happy. I set the timer. I introduce it. I say go. And then for 30 seconds, you just talk about your thing.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know when you have a thing.
I have a thing. I hope I can talk about it for 30 seconds.
You'll be surprised how fast 30 seconds goes. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me do my thing. So this is 30 seconds of joy with Goody Renee on the So Dope Show. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. And go.
You know what I love, 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 love? Coffee. OMG. When I tell you there is nothing like waking up in the morning, throwing on a fresh pot of coffee. Oh my goodness. I've bought a frother, a milk frother. So at this point, I feel like I am a barista. Coffee latte, give it to me.
See?
Hell, shit. I could have kept going.
That's so funny. That was my first coffee.
Dang.
I love coffee. Like,
yes.
It'll be like a day where like, I don't need any coffee. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you even mean right now? Coffee on every day.
That was so much fun.
I had a good time talking to you. I do ask, like, for people who are watching, if you want to leave them a positive message, some words of encouragement, anything you want to say to people who are watching this, just to lift people up a little bit, you can do that, and then we'll be done.
Yeah. So my advice to people out there, whatever profession that you're in, is to not be hard on yourself and learn how to forgive yourself, even if others don't. I know for me, sometimes when I think about stuff in the past, like I find myself being more hard on me. And then I find myself wondering, like, maybe I fucked up or I said something wrong to somebody and I have lost touch with them and I've never I don't know, really got a chance to like truly apologize or whatever the case. I think just have compassion on yourself that you're human. And sometimes you don't get those moments where you get to confront your past. So the only thing you can do is keep going, move forward, and start becoming the best version of you and don't let your past dictate you.
Amen. All right, that's it. We did it.
That was so much fun. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
The So Dope Show.